So, first off, here we go.
Let's get started.
Am I the arsehole for wanting a clean slate after 20 years of marriage? I, 30s male, have been married to C, 40s female, for a long time. She's great, but honestly, she hasn't delivered on the one thing I specifically asked for. I've met someone new, A, 20s female, who is much more my speed and promises she can help me with the family legacy. The problem is, my life coach in Rome says I'm not allowed to get a divorce. I told him that since I'm the CEO of my own country, I should be able to make my own rules. I'm thinking about just starting my own separate branch of the organisation so I can marry A. My ex is being super difficult and refuses to go to a convent. Am I the arsehole for prioritising my legacy?
Wow.
Okay, so what do we think?
Well,
Initial reactions.
I'm going to take a wild guess on that being Henry VIII.
Indeed, it is. Congratulations.
Yeah, I feel this is like this is like Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, to be fair, I do think his him wanting to his branch manager really disagreeing with how he was taking things in the direction he was taking things. He wanted to manage things. He wasn't feeling very Italian, I don't think, in the way he was running his company.
It's true.
But yeah, do you think if they let him do that though? Do you think if he hypothetically he grants him permission to go and marry his next side chick,
A.
marry A, yeah. Do you have a feeling that he'd do it again? Like, surely not, like, right? Surely he'd just be like,
no, I think it would just be the once.
I'm just gonna make up for that one. I think just the once.
No, I reckon there'd be no danger of disestablishing an entire church and all of that kind of stuff.
Or someone's head from their body.
Or I can't see that being an issue. I think it seems like a decent from this. He seems like, I mean, obviously we need more context, but he seems like a decent bloke. I think he's probably going to do the right thing. And
I would say borderline. I still think he's kind of a bit of an asshole for thinking like we're just trying to send his current wife to a convent. That seems a bit mean. But
he's got to do something which is sort of kicking about. It's a bit awkward.
They couldn't split the house.
Yeah, I don't know. I think for me it could be a bit of an everyone sucks here. I don't know.
Yeah, throuple energy.
But you're leaning towards you're the arsehole. I'm hearing.
Yeah, I think so. Like, I just don't get the vibe that he's really going to split that amicably. Like, I just don't feel like she's getting a great deal from that. And it sounds like she's just trying to keep him on the straight and narrow. There was one thing she couldn't give him, but like there's a lot of things in this world, right? We don't need everything.
Yeah, but he needs that. He needs that one thing, doesn't he? He needs that male heir. It's got to happen.
Yeah.
Anyway, you'll be glad to hear, Jacob, that the verdict is in fact you're the arsehole to Henry VIII. And we have some comments. We have some top comments here.
All right, what we got?
Okay, we've got one from you/Spanish Royal Official. You're the arsehole. C isn't just some random employee. She's the daughter of two of the biggest venture capitalists in Europe, Ferdinand and Isabella. You've been married for 20 years and she has a daughter with you. Your life coach in Rome isn't being difficult. He's literally following the bylaws you signed. Also, it's super gross that you're blaming her for the male heir thing. Do you even know how biology works? Wait, it's 1533, so you probably don't.
Good. That's a
pretty good
point.
Can't really argue with it. From the Spanish side of things. Here's a good one from you/Thomas C, the architect. Not the arsehole, controversial. OP, you are the CEO. Why should a guy in Rome, who is basically being held hostage by your ex-wife's nephew, by the way, tell you how to run your own branch? If the current legal department won't give you the paperwork you need, just fire them and hire me. We can pivot the whole company to a new Protestant model. You deserve to be happy with A. Edit, thanks for the promotion, King. I like that.
I give that marks just for the ending, to be honest. That's great.
Yeah, I like that from Wolseley. Very good.
Yeah.
Very good from Cardinal Wolseley.
Yeah.
So we've got another one here from you/Mary the daughter. You're the arsehole. So my mum is difficult because she doesn't want to be forced into a convent and declared a non-person.
I said it.
You're literally trying to invalidate... You did. You're literally trying to invalidate my entire existence just because you have a crush on a girl who works in the office. You're not prioritising a legacy. You're having a midlife crisis that's going to cost us the entire company.
I mean...
Bit of dose of reality from some home truths there.
Big old reality check. I mean, I did actually kind of think that she was going to mention like the super expensive convertible chariot that he was going to get as part of that midlife crisis.
To be fair,
yeah. Might just decide,
6 horsepower.
He just decides to go. He all of a sudden he wants to go run that marathon. You train for that half marathon, man. You do it.
Exactly. Yeah. Suddenly starts going hunting out of nowhere. Hunting deer across Richmond Park.
Yeah, in his Aston Martin horse-drawn cart, it's just...
Yeah, he's too, yeah.
Fair enough,
4
man.
4 horsepower.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Limited power capabilities, just, but, we're working with the times here, right?
Yeah, exactly. Anyway, so we've got one last one from u/AnnB official. It's an info. It's a point of info. Are you actually going to marry me, or am I just a consultant until you get bored? Because I've seen how you treat your staff, and I'm not ending up like C. Also, tell your life coach to mind his own business. Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean, the Pope's been sat down multiple times in this conversation, to be honest.
Yeah, it's true. Sorry, I said that was the last one. We've got one last one from u/Sir Thomas Moore. A bit more of an equivocal... I mean, he is a philosopher after all, so we've got a bit more of an equivocal answer here. Everyone sucks here. The CEO shouldn't be breaking his contracts, but the life coach is also in a tight spot. Personally, I'm going to stay silent on this one. I'd rather lose my job than my head over your relationship drama.
That's valid, to be fair. It's kind of valid.
Pragmatic.
Yeah.
Pragmatic, I like it.
Can't do a lot without a head, to be honest. So I think that sounds fair enough.
You must never lose your head in a situation like this. It wouldn't do.
This is very quickly going to descend into how many dad jokes can we put into one episode of a podcast.
Pretty much, I think so. That seems to be the way I'm heading at the moment.
All right, on to the next.